Shame on you.
Listen, have y'all not learned from the past couple of days? Have you not learned?
Learned what? What's our lesson here? What do you want us to learn?
Following federal agents.
Give me my phone back. No, you
federal
can't take my
agents.
phone.
So the unaliving of a 37-year-old mother of a 6-year-old who got shot in the face was supposed to be a warning. That's what he's basically saying. And he's talking to white women.
Eventually, when they've gotten rid of every other person, who do you think they're going to turn to next? Yeah, it's the people that they consider the bottom of the barrel whiteness. That is going to be the next brown and black people for them to put their heel back on. Guys, it started. The facade that is whiteness and white unity is starting to crumble.
Look at this. Why the hell is the FAFSA asking what type of white I am? I don't think I have ever been asked what type of white person I am ever before. I mean, this isn't a bad thing. I'm just like, when did this start happening?
Did she just say this isn't a bad thing? Well, I guess she's in for a big surprise.
Because you know what I mean? Usually you just hit white and then you move on with your day. They don't have any other questions, usually. I don't know who they is. I'm thinking all the other forms I've ever filled out. Usually you just hit white and move on. Girl, my dad's adopted. I don't even know.
I can just imagine the Irish, the Polish, and the Italians looking at this form. The way they are going to be sweating all over, probably shaking in their boots as well, because this is no good news for them people. This is no good turn of events. If you know anything about European history, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The Irish, the Italians, and the Polish were treated very badly by them other Europeans. As a matter of fact, it's only recently that they were welcomed into the club of whiteness. The fact that this video appeared on my FYP just yesterday, a day after I made this particular video where I spoke extensively about how white supremacy don't like white people and the lengths that they had to make some of them white people like the Irish, the Polish, and the Italians go to for them to be accepted into whiteness, right? And now what we are seeing is proof that they don't really think that these people are the same. They don't really see themselves as the same, because what we are looking at here is their tribalistic nature, the tribalistic nature of white supremacy showing forth once again. Because, when we talk about tribalism, right, we don't think white people. We think about Africans and the other people that are known to be tribal people. But the fact of the matter is the most tribalistic people on the face of the planet are white people. They are the most they've been tribalistic since the very beginning. That's why all of the when you look at how they used to treat themselves back then in Europe before they discovered other people to go mistreat, right, and colonize and enslave, they used to do that to themselves on a tribal level, right? But somehow they were able to rebrand with white supremacy, and they, created this facade of we're all the same umbrella of whiteness. But even while they were doing that, right, they still could not fight that urge to want to hate on one another. Hence why the Ukraine and Russia war and the other stuff that they do to themselves is still going on even in our present time. And now we are still seeing that. I saw a comment where this sister said, this is divide and conquer going on. 100%. And the reason why it is showing now still is because they still were not able to find a way to love themselves. They still were not able to find them. So they created the umbrella for whiteness, but the umbrella still could not bind them together, because at the core of white supremacy is we are tolerating you because we need you for whatever reason. And see, my theory is the only reason why the Irish, the Polish, and the Italians were even accepted into white supremacy is because white supremacy realized that white people were not the majority on the globe, right? The people that they initially considered whites before the Polish, the Irish, and Italians were invited into the club, they were not that much. So they saw the population of the global majority, and they realized that they were outnumbered. So they had to just manage, with all of the pain in their hearts, accept this other group of Europeans into the club because they needed them. Because like I said, at the core of white supremacy, if it's about using people. They only take you in and accept you and protect you if they have a need for you, if they think that you are going to be of service to them, if they think you are going to be beneficial to the club. But the moment they realize that they don't need you, or that you are not going to be of benefit benefits to them, they don't mind letting go of you. And I think them choosing to do this or start doing this, whatever the case is, but Sha is them trying to send some kind of warning to them people to remind them of where their place is in white supremacy. They are saying, don't think that when we welcomed you in that we forgot exactly who you are and where we think that you should be. If you guys know you don't want to be back under our heel where we think your rightful place is, where we think you guys actually deserve to be, you guys better stay acting the way we want you guys to stay acting. Keep supporting all the things that we support. Because the moment you say you want to start acting smart or dare become woke or something, then we are going to do to you exactly what we did to Renee Good. Rest her soul, and once again, my condolences to her friends and family members. And I'm mentioning her again in this video because just like I thought in that video I made, I still think that's the reason she was murdered, and I think it's the same thing they're doing here with this form. They're telling these people, stay in line or else.
When they say the quiet part out loud.
Shame on you.
Listen. Have y'all not learned from the past couple of days? Have you not learned?
Learned what? What's our lesson here? What do you want us to learn?
Following federal agents.
Give me my phone
Following
back. You
federal
can't take my
agents.
phone.
So the unaliving of a 37-year-old mother of a 6-year-old who got shot in the face was supposed to be a warning. That's what he's basically saying. And he's talking to white women. He's letting white women know that they don't give a crap about y'all. That they are okay with shooting y'all in the face as long as you're an N-word lover. As long as you love the minority groups in this country. As long as you stand up for what's right, they don't give a shit. They will shoot you in the face. And that is what he is saying. Well, at least he showed his face. At least he had enough cojones to show his face while he said the
With that list, they're basically telling people who they are going to be coming after next, after they have gotten rid of all the brown people and the black people, who they are going to be blaming for all of the unfortunate things that are happening to them. Right now, they are blaming the black and brown people for taking their jobs. They are blaming the immigrants for doing the crimes. They are blaming everybody, right, but themselves. But eventually, when they've gotten rid of every other person, who do you think they are going to turn to next? Who do you think they are going to pile on the blame of why their daughter did not get into university? Why they don't have enough money in their bank accounts? Why they don't have savings or retirement plans? Who do you think they are going to be blaming for that? Yeah, it's the people that they consider the bottom of the barrel whiteness. That is going to be the next brown and black people for them to put their heel back on. These people are basically going back to, I saw a comment that said something in the line of they are going back to vintage racism. Yeah, the OG type. The very beginning of racism when it was being formed. That's eventually when they are heading back, where they are heading back to. The point of the matter is, like, there is no end when it comes to the hatred that white supremacy has to offer. And if you stay playing in the system, one day it's going to come for you. It's just going to be a matter of time. It's going to knock on every single person's doorstep. So making the mistake of thinking that you are safe within white supremacy and that it can never be you, well, that's right there is going to be what is going to lead to your downfall.
Why the hell is the FAFSA asking what type of white I am? I don't think I have ever been asked what type of white person I am ever before.
Hey, yo, so this is bad. I don't know if you know, but not everyone with pale skin was considered white throughout the 18 and 1900s. For example, in American history, Southern and Eastern European countries were considered white. Like Irish, Italians, Greek, Polish, Jews, Slavs. They were considered not fully white because they are not racially related to the Anglo-Saxons, including Arabs and Czechs like Czechoslovakia. They were not in the process of becoming white until like the mid-20th century during and after World War II. This is when they started opening the door to Eastern and Southern Europeans. This is also around the same time America decided to open its borders to allow Asian immigrants into the country after the Civil Rights Bill. When the Civil Rights passed, so did the borders and the opportunity to become white. This is where the model minority myth came into play for Eastern Asians. Let's scale this. First is the whiteness of Anglo-Saxon descent. They get all the power and the superiority. 2 is Southern and Eastern Europeans. Number 3 is the model minority of Eastern Asians, not Southeast, not Southern. Then it became Arabs, then Hispanics, then Native Americans, then Black people. This was the newfound racial hierarchy after World War II and the Civil Rights Movement. This was the best way they can maintain order, superiority, supremacy, and all. First, it was white Anglo-Saxons and everybody else at the bottom. But there was a problem, and that was strength in numbers. It was more of all of us than them, so they tipped the scales to benefit their power. Now here we are in 2026, they are now in the position where they can quietly segregate the rest of Southern and Eastern Europeans. It was expected for Black people to get hit first, but they didn't do that because it was expected of them. They hit the Hispanic and Latinos first, then Native Americans, then Black people, then Arabs, then Asians, and now they're hitting Eastern and Southern Europeans. It was all strategic. We were all a target from day one. None of us were safe. And anybody who thought so was clearly delusional. But anyways, I hope this helps. This is Onyx and I'm gone.
Perilous times we live in. Like the year literally just started and so much is going on. We can hardly keep up at this point. But I wanted to bring this very quickly to you guys. What are your thoughts about all of this? Let me know down below in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation there. Thank you very much for watching. Please be safe out there. Until next time, it's bye from Ivie. I'll be catching you in the next one.
What these people are not understanding is that you cannot rule with an iron fist. Eventually, the people will push back. If you prevent people from living, they're not going to care about dying. Nothing is worth more than freedom, not even life.